Hi guys, this is Chanel Herrera from IELTS Exam Training Courses and Members Academy. Welcome to another 10-minute tutorial where we're going to learn about how matching headings really quickly without understanding everything and using first lines to help us. This one is all about aliens, and this is the title, The Extraterrestrial, meaning alien or outside Earth. It gives us an introduction. It tells us what this article is about. That we're always looking for radio signals, and now we have the technology to help us find it. Okay? To find any signs of life, if there is any sign of life on other planets, that's the introduction. So forget that. Don't need that. Now, here's some tips for looking at the list of headings. They come before the reading, so you can quickly check how many headings are there. Well, here we've got 7, but the passage has 5 paragraphs. So you know that there are 2 extra, but they've already given you one. They've given you paragraph A, which is reasons for the search. So let's cross that off, and that leaves us with just 6 options. So anything which can simplify your choice will help cross those out straight away. Now, what you do with this video next is up to you. You can pause the video and read it if you want to. So my next suggestion is to look for keywords in the headings. Number 1, seeking is looking for radio signals. Number 2, how do we risk a bond to signals? Number 3, about the distances. Number 4, while this is a tricky word, I'll talk about that later. Assumptions. Don't need 5. Number 6, knowledge. What do we know about other forms? On 7, likelihood. That's an important word. How likely is it that there is life on other planets? Look at these headings and underline keywords. You don't need to read all of these paragraphs, but you can pause the video if you want to. This is paragraph A, and this is the one that they've already given us. You can see the answer, reasons for the search, and I wanted to show you the answer is in the first line. The primary reason for the search is curiosity. We want to know if there is life. However, there are other reasons, and then it explains those. It expands on this topic sentence here and here, so that shows us that this heading is not just the first line, but it's throughout the rest of the text. And that is really important. It's different from matching statements where you might only see something mentioned once. So up to you. If you want to stop the video now, you can do so. Paragraph B, second paragraph. Okay, it says that there are 2 rules, and the sentence, the paragraph just tells us what these 2 rules are. The first rule and the second rule. That's it. That's all you need. See, next paragraph. Okay, first sentence talks about how much we understand about other life forms. Look through the paragraph. It's all about we don't know how likely it is, and we're guessing. It's conceivable, meaning it's possible, but we're guessing. Again, the best guy leads us to guess, estimate. It's all about how much we guess about life on other planets. That goes throughout the paragraph. Yes, there is a mention here about how far away the other forms of life might be. Okay, possibility. Now pause if you want to pause the video. Look at the first line. How an alien civilization could choose many ways of sending information. So this is going to be about how they might send information to us. And if you look through the whole paragraph, it shows that what we're doing is we're looking for these waves, and we're looking for radio waves. This is mentioned several times, looking for radio waves using a radio telescope, using the world's largest radio telescopes. And then the frequency of the waves is here. It's all about the radio waves. Okay, paragraph 2, the final paragraph, first line, how we should react if we get a signal. What should we do? Paragraph E, reply immediately or something else. That's it. Those are your 5 paragraphs. This is a passage to so it's not too complicated, but just by looking quickly at those first lines and other words that jump out give you the answer. You don't need anything else for this. If this is making sense to you, please do just click like, say yes, I get it, or just say hello in the comments. I try to reply to everybody. Now, you've looked through the paragraphs, you've looked at the first lines. Now go back to the headings, so this will make more sense to you. Now, if you look at this heading, we've got seeking, looking for radio signals. Number 2, how to respond to signals. Number 3, the vast distances for the assumptions, tricky one. 6, what do we know about, what do we know? And 7, how likely is it? So let's look at those one by one. Now, here we talked about 2 ground rules, first and second. Now look at the second one. We make a very conservative assumption. This assumption is something we assume. We believe we are looking for a life form that is like us. So there is an assumption here that is the second assumption. The first one is here, and if you actually look at the next paragraph, it actually says, even when we make these assumptions, so this first line refers back to this paragraph, all about the assumptions that we make. Do you know the word assumptions? Maybe not, doesn't matter. Look at that. The answer is here, assumptions. It's plural because there are 2 assumptions, right? And there they are. That's it. So you can cross off B and go to C. What is C all about? Well, pause. Again, if you want to check the answers, please, for yourself before I give you the answers. We do not know, we don't know how likely it is. It's inconceivable. We guess all of this about guessing they might have life. So throughout the whole paragraph is this question here. How likely is there life on other planets? How likely is it? What's the likelihood? And this assesses the likelihood. That is the answer for C. Of course, the answer is 7, or yes, 7. As some people say it, it might be tricky. Well, maybe here the vast distances, because it talks about light years away, but that is just one line, really. It's not throughout. Okay, it's mentioned the number of stars, number of galaxies, but that is not about the vast distances to our closest neighbors. It's just about the vast distances in the galaxy in general. So there is something that's not quite right about that one, and it's not throughout. So the answer for C is this one, 7. Likelihood of life on other planets, yes. And D, okay, in D, look at the first line. How could this alien civilization send information to us? Well, most likely it would have to be by radio waves, and this comes throughout. So look at your choices now. Really, the only one you've got is this seeking radio signals. How are we seeking them? Well, we are using these telescopes at great expense, and we're looking for the frequency range of these radio waves and signals. So the answer for D is number 2, which leaves us only with E and first line again. There is debate over how we should react. So you look at how we should react, responses. Appropriate means how we should do something, and that therefore is your answer. The answer is number 2, how we should